Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Cynthia of Cynthia Plans, and today I will be planning the week of March 9th through March 15th. We're getting into the second full week of March, approaching the end of the first quarter of the year, which is a little bananas, but also exciting in some ways. I think this week is going to be quite a busy week for me, so I will have a little bit more to have on my planner and to talk about in this plan with me. But with that, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll talk about what kit I'm using in just a second. So this week I am using a kit from Lavenforest. I haven't used one of her kits in quite a while. I purchased this one last summer, and last summer is actually the last time I used one of her kits. Let's see if we can flip back. It was the second week of planning that I did in the new academic year planner for the Erin Condren that I bought for this year. It was only the second plan with me that I had ever done either, so probably don't recommend to go back and watch that plan with me because I'm sure it's cringy. I've definitely learned some things and gotten better over the last little while that I've been doing these videos. I was talking to my friend Whitney last week. I did an Instagram live with her, and I was talking about how I just started, my channel last summer, and I haven't looked back since. I've been doing videos every single week, but part of also another reason why I haven't looked back is because I probably don't want to watch those videos ever again. I don't really think they're probably very good, but anyway, I digress. That's what we're using for this week, this kit. So these are the full boxes here. These are plain matte stickers. We've got checklist over here. Those are all full boxes. These like checklist flags, event size boxes, half size boxes, some payday stickers or paid stickers it looks like, and then some functional stickers here along with washi strips and a weekly sticker. So it's a pretty, I don't think this is a mini kit or anything like that, but it's got the basics. It doesn't have quite a lot, but that's okay. I'm hopeful that means that I will be able to use most of what is in here. Forgot to mention the habit trackers on this sticker sheet here. But yeah, I'm going back to my norm of using a kit in this week, but I am going to be taking the approach that I have been trying to have in mind the last couple of weeks of trying to keep things simple as much as possible. Like I said at the beginning, I do have quite a bit of things on my agenda for this week, so it probably will be just more sticker heavy as a result of having more things on my schedule, but still I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I've got my workouts down for the week. I do think I'm probably going to have to shift some of my workouts out for this week around a little bit. For example, Thursday I have a hair appointment that I think is going to take me through the evening, so I might have to push those an extra day, so do like shoulders on Friday and legs on Saturday. But I'm in this is the second week to the second to last week, so next week will be the last week of the program, but this week is week 7. I'll have another week after that of lift 4 and I'll be done, and I'm pretty proud of myself because that will be the 4th Beachbody program that I've completed from start to finish. I've obviously done other programs in the last 2 or 3 years that I've been a subscriber to their video library. I usually tend to repeat the same thing, so it's kind of exciting that I'm doing something different. I have definitely seen an improvement in my upper body strength. I see actual shoulder and back muscle definition that I didn't have before, and then also in the triceps. Biceps are definitely much easier for me. That's not as an intense of a muscle. It's a little bit bigger, so it's not as hard to work out as the triceps. Triceps are a little bit smaller, so they hurt a lot more when you are working them out. I'm really proud to see that not only do I have bicep definition, but triceps as well, so that's been exciting. So I'm off on Monday, and we are having a family day that day. So I want to go ahead and mark that in here. We were supposed to be going to Disney Springs tomorrow, but my mother-in-law is a little paranoid about the coronavirus stuff, and she's gonna have to watch my son on Wednesday and Friday when I'm at work, and my husband is also at work, even though he's also on spring break too. So she mentioned that she thought maybe we should not do Disney, simply because she's just worried about exposure for him, and then of course that spells potentially exposure for the rest of them if, God forbid, the worst case scenario happens and we do come across someone with the virus. So I'm trying not to be an alarmist about this whole thing. We definitely did like stock up on some dry foods because that's what we are being advised to do by the government. Just, you know, in case of emergency, that should be a best practice anyway. So since we didn't have that amount of food stocked up and prepared already, we went ahead and did that this weekend. I'm filming this on March 8th, Sunday. So we did that this weekend, and then I have some other stuff coming in from Amazon later on this week. It's a little bananas to see how much stuff on Amazon is already like sold out. There were things that were definitely like just completely unavailable. But when I went to Target this morning to do my regular grocery shopping, the things that I got, like, you know, beans and rice and stuff like that, all of that stuff was there. So I guess I lucked out, or maybe I'm just starting a little earlier than everyone else is. I'm not sure. But the way I look at it is, if it turns out that we don't need any of this stuff and we're perfectly fine to continue on about our daily lives over the next several weeks as normal, then this is just early hurricane preparation. So, because that definitely, regardless of what happens with the coronavirus, will be coming for us in a couple of months, and it's highly likely that we will get at least one major storm that we need to be prepared for. So that is a long-winded thing to say that I am off on Monday. I do think I'm gonna put a sticker down there as well to just put like day off. I'm filming this on Sunday, like I said. By the time you guys watch this, it'll be Tuesday, so hopefully you'll have adjusted quite a bit, but I am struggling today with daylight savings time, as I always do during spring daylight savings time. It just really kicks my butt, and then I made the mistake of forgetting that daylight savings time was happening today, and I went to sleep super late on Saturday night. So it was Sunday by the time I went to sleep. That's how late I went to bed. So not super helpful. I fell asleep for a half hour in the middle of the day, but it is what it is. Moving on, Tuesday, I have two things going on, one of which I'm not sure if I'm going to do, and I feel kind of bad about it, but I don't know. We have an ambassador group on Facebook, and my coworker planned a book club, and I was gonna go, but the truth of the matter is that there is an ice cream pop-up happening that night, an event locally here, and my husband really wants to go, and since the boys are on spring break, I'd like to go with them. I may not get ice cream. I might just go to spend the time with them and do that instead, but I feel it's just that struggle of what should I do. I don't know if I should bail on the book club or not. I feel like it wouldn't be great for him if I did, but at the same time, my boys are on spring break and I don't spend nearly as much time with them as I should, so I'm not sure what to do, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Then we move on to Thursday. I'm also off on Thursday. I wasn't supposed to be off, but my son has his first actually dentist appointment in the morning, and then I have a hair appointment in the evening, and it just didn't make sense to me to take that time in the morning to be gone out of the office and then also leave early that day. So I just decided to make it a day of being out. So let's see in my Adorably Amy stash what I have that I can use for this. Okay, so I just pulled a bunch of functional stickers from Amy to supplement what I've got in here. So what I pulled for the morning part is this sheet of stickers. They're the polka dot bow half boxes. I've got them in neutral, cool, and warm. So I think I'm gonna do the pink one, because that pink seems to be the closest to what is in this section. Or this color scheme. I'm gonna put those off to the side because I think I might use another one to kind of just not make this the one random one-off sticker and have it stick out too much, but we'll see. You obviously cannot see it on camera, but I did already get my hair cut and colored. I know I'd mentioned this in, if not the last Plan With Me, definitely one or two before that. You can't see it on camera like I just said, but I will be filming a video hopefully tomorrow to be published. Filming tomorrow, not like it's going to be published tomorrow, filming on March 9th, a video about my power sheets, and then you will be able to see it on camera. And if you want to see it before then, I did share some pictures of what it looks like on Instagram, so if you go to the description of this video, you can find my Instagram and check it out there. So did get my hair cut. I'm actually having to be very mindful of it as I'm filming because I keep putting my head down, and then my hair, since it's so much shorter, is falling forward, and I don't want it to be near the microphone and rub against it that I have clipped to my neck area, so I'm having to be mindful of that, which I'm not used to. Friday, I don't think we have anything going on. Friday 13th, that's like a good day to not have any plans. Then on Saturday night, we are gonna have a date night. I don't even remember the last time my husband and I did a date night, so it's kind of a big deal. Don't really know what exactly we're doing yet. I know we have very specific plans for what we're doing for dessert, but we still haven't even figured out like what we're doing for dinner, if we're gonna go somewhere or do an activity or anything like that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. There's plenty to do. I have a list in the back of this planner with ideas for date nights and restaurants that I have wanted us to try, so we will definitely find something to do. And I just put that on Friday. You guys, you didn't tell me. Alright, let's see how this comes up. Her stickers are really nice, but it definitely is a challenge to get them up if you put them down too much. It's been a while since I've done that. I'm pretty proud of myself, to be honest, that it's taken me this long to do that again. Nope, I'm gonna use pink. I'm going to use blue because I'm probably going to use pink for the checklist. So Sunday is a really big deal for me. I will be directing. I'm not really sure how I'm qualified to, but I will be directing my first commercial ever. So I produce and direct a lot of video for our social media channels at work on a very regular basis. I know I've mentioned before, we do a weekly web series that comes out every single Monday at my job. So like I'm familiar and I'm used to at this point producing a lot of content. But we are gearing up for our summer reading program. Yes, it is only March, but June will be here before we know it, and so we need to produce a commercial promoting our summer reading program. And in the past, videos have been thrown together that are just basically like a highlight reel of events that happen over the summer, or just like B-roll from previous years, and it's just not really compelling. And we've wanted to take a more commercial and storytelling approach to that content. So last year we produced a commercial that was very different from what we had done in the past. It was a huge departure from what everyone was used to, and it definitely got some feelings going for some people because it was so different. But I think ultimately, once people got past the shock and discomfort of this being so different from what we had done in the past, they realized that it was a really good, effective tool for marketing. So my coworkers and I have dreamt up another concept, and this one is like definitely in the mindset of like a full-blown commercial. So we have 3 people that are going to be our talent. One of which is a staff member, an administrator at my job, and his daughter will be acting in the role of a daughter of his. And then another coworker has recruited a younger girl to serve as a younger actress in this shoot. We have staff from our department and other areas of the library coming in to be extras. And it's going to be pretty cool once it's all done. Once it is all done and it's like published and out there, whenever I get to a plan with me where that is the case, I'll link it in the description and mention that it'll be there. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be up yet. The goal is by the beginning of April, but there are some challenges with our staff time that we're looking into right now to see if we're going to be able to get it finished by that point. It'll definitely be filmed. We're filming on the 15th. We have 1 day of shooting to get things right, but definitely it's going to take some time to produce it a little bit more, edit, tweak it a bit, and make sure that it is commercial ready. But that's what I'm doing on Sunday. So I will be working 8 to 5 that day, hopefully a little less than that, but that's what I'm on the schedule for right now. And I will be responsible for this commercial, and I'm both terrified and excited about it. It could be a really huge, notch in my belt as far as accomplishments and something that I can put on my resume, but it's definitely out of my wheelhouse a bit. Like most things with my job, I've kind of learned on the fly. It's just, we need something like this, or I'd like to do this differently, so I need to figure out how I make it different. And so I'm a little nervous, but I'm confident that with my coworkers and my boss's support that we will be able to produce something that is really cool. So we'll see what happens. I'm actually going to use this little munchkin from OnceMoreWithLove to mark that. So we'll be filming that whole day, and then in the evening, my husband and I were talking about going to have dinner afterward, my coworkers and I, to kind of celebrate the momentous occasion of having produced and filmed our first ever commercial. So definitely going to put that in here as well. And I'm going to leave it open because I'm not sure exactly what our plans will be just yet. Then Saturday, I pretty much always put a checklist here now, because that just has been working for me to have my to-do list going. Now it's time to put some full boxes in. Alright, so full boxes are down. I don't know if I addressed this earlier, and I think I might have just glossed over it, but the reason why I bought this kit last summer and haven't used it till now is because I did feel like it was really spring, like it was a kit that was reminiscent of spring, so that's why I chose to wait till now to use it. So if you were wondering, that is the answer to that question. I got through a good bulk of the functional stickers here and a lot of the full boxes. There's still plenty left on here, but I did make a good dent in some of this stuff over here. Just got super bright in here. The sun and clouds have been just going back and forth all day long, so I'm not really sure how much you can see sometimes. I will obviously edit this in post-production, but I can't remember if Project Runway is at 8 or 9, so I'm just going to put it at 9. Okay, I'm going to use Amy's meal plan stickers just to keep things consistent. Okay, so dinners are in. Like I said, I'm gonna leave this one open. I went ahead and put my productivity tracker in. To-do list, definitely filming. And that is it. So washi, I pulled some Simply Gilded washi, but I do also kind of like this floral washi that she has in here, so let us see. I think I want to put it like down. It's kind of pretty. Okay. Let me actually put it down. That looks really nice. So could put this up here. Alrighty, let me clean all this stuff out of the way. And that's gonna be all she wrote. So this is the spread for the week. It's definitely more full than this spread, for example. A lot more white space in here than there's in here, but still trying to keep things as much as I could. Being pretty busy this week, pretty limited on too much. I also did want to use the sticker kit that I purchased and not just use a couple of sheets and be done, so I was able to use these two washi strips here. I don't think I would have ever used these. This like peach gray color in here I don't really care for, so I probably would have never used those. I don't really mind it so much as a sticker, but in the washi it just doesn't translate as nicely to me. And then I used a good portion of the functional stickers. I very seldom use these checklist flags. I usually prefer to use a full box. I just like the way my handwriting looks on a sticker better than on the paper. Only use one full box because normally I would be using two, but I will be working on Sunday. And then I did go and use, out of the 8, 6 full boxes and one of the habit trackers. So I made some pretty good use out of that kit overall. But that's going to be it for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here and you would like to subscribe, you can hit the button below to subscribe and you can turn on notifications, but I do usually post my videos every Tuesday. If you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thanks for being here again. I appreciate all of you so much, and I will see you back next week for another Play With Me. Have a lovely week.